This case is anything but ordinary. Brian Parker, a father of 7 children, walks into court not just facing a felony firearm charge, but fighting for his freedom, his future, and the very image of what kind of father he wants to be. What starts as a routine plea soon spirals into a deep dive into parenting, poverty, and second chances. But hold on. This isn't just a courtroom drama. It's a life-changing judgment with the weight of 7 children hanging in the balance. And later, when the same man violates his probation, the judge's patience runs thin. Stay locked in, because the twists in this case will leave you stunned.
Right. Court is calling 2022 CR 6496, State of Texas versus Brian Parker. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Daniel Escobar for the state of Texas.
Defense?
And Eric DeWalt, and I represent Mr. Parker, Your Honor.
And are you Mr. Parker?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So we are in a middle of a jury trial. Jury has been selected but not sworn in yet. So Mr. Parker, you are aware that you have a right to a jury trial.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you wish to continue to proceed with the jury trial, or do you wish to enter a plea? And have you had an opportunity to discuss entering a plea with your attorney as opposed to proceeding with the jury trial?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you entering this plea freely and voluntarily?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, counsel, I'm showing you the discovery acknowledgement. You received all the discovery and reviewed it with your client.
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Parker, I'm showing you what's entitled court admonishments and defendant's waivers and affidavit of admonitions. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand you're charged with felony in possession of a firearm? That's a 3rd-degree felony. The range.
Let's pause here. Parker is being charged with a 3rd-degree felony. That means 2 to 10 years behind bars and up to $10,000 in fines. The kicker? There's no plea bargain on the table. This is what legal experts call a plea open to the court, meaning the judge has full discretion. No safety net, no guarantee. Would you roll the dice on your entire future like that?
Your punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your agreement. If for any reason the court does not follow your agreement and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes,
Mr.
ma'am.
Parker, has anyone threatened or forced you or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, ma'am.
Has anyone promised you anything other than the plea bargain agreement,
No, ma'am.
which there is no plea bargain agreement? You understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
You are pleading open to the court. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
So do you understand that the court will make a decision on whether or not to grant your application and also whether or not to send you to prison? Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
And knowing that, do you still wish to proceed?
Yes, ma'am.
Outside your agreement or the request, because there is no agreement, the request from the state is that your supervision be for a term of 2 years, there'll be a TAP evaluation and 200 hours of community service restitution. Again, did you understand that this is a plea that's open to the court? Those are recommendations.
The state recommends 2 years of community supervision, a TAP evaluation, and 200 hours of community service. But remember, those are just recommendations. The court is not obligated to follow any of that. For Parker, that means everything is up in the air. One wrong move, and the judge could slam down a sentence much harsher than expected. High stakes, real consequences.
It's from the state and the court does not have to consider those recommendations. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Then to the offense is charged, how do you plead? Yes,
Yeah, just for the record, the recommendation was for 2 years deferred adjudication. That was our recommendation.
okay.
And a fine.
Again, we were going to probate the fine, Your Honor.
All right. But again,
It's
you
okay.
understand that those are recommendations from the state, but you are pleading open to the court, so the court does not have to follow or consider any of those recommendations. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, again, the court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Then to the offense is charged in the indictment. How do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest, ma'am.
State any evidence to support the defendant's plea.
Judge, state offers states exhibit 1 in all attachments.
Your Honor, we've had an opportunity to go over that in its entirety. No objections to its amendments.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty With regards to his application for deferred adjudication, the court will hear argument. State,
Your Honor, we're recommending deferred adjudication. Due to the nature of the case, it is one where we felt that it was appropriate here.
defense,
If I may, Your Honor, I got to know Mr. Parker through this period getting ready for trial. He is a convicted felon. He pled during the pandemic year when he was in custody for a 1244 and understands that he's not supposed to be around weapons or anything like that. When we chose to go forward, he heard that you took off the plea deadline. And so we understand that we are pleading open to the court. In getting to know Mr. Parker, his outward demeanor is very quiet and stoic, but once I got to know him, he's intelligent, he's caring, and he's a hard.
Now here's something that's rarely spotlighted: the human side. The defense paints Parker as a soft-spoken, caring, intelligent man who's deeply committed to his children. He has 7 of them, and despite his criminal past, he's described as hard-working. This is a strategic emotional appeal. Defense attorneys often highlight rehabilitation potential over punishment. But is that enough to outweigh a firearm charge?
Hard worker, but he has 7 children. We got a good chance to talk last night. He went and talked to his family, and he understands that deferred adjudication isn't an option going to a jury. It's either guilty or not guilty. And he weighed all his options. That's why he's coming today asking me or asking the court to possibly consider deferred adjudication. I believe this is a changing point in his life. I know the state recommended to waive the fine, which helps my client tremendously. But I believe he will be successful on your deferred adjudication. And he's seen the justice system work in a different way, seeing the jury and coming this far. I know he's asking for a chance at deferred adjudication. I'm asking that you follow the state's quasi recommendation and please grant him deferred adjudication.
all right, can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Do.
You can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Brian Parker?
All right. Are you employed?
No, not right now, man.
So how are you supporting 7 children?
I go to honor and staffing. I do that like frequently. Whenever they have a job opening, so I recently was working at True Blue Granite and Stone, but I had to quit because I had to start watching my kids.
Children, kids are baby goats.
You know?
Kids are baby goats. So you're watching your children. How old are your children?
My oldest is 14. I've been taking care of him since he was 2.
Oof. This moment was tough to watch. Parker struggles to remember his own kids' birthdays, a major credibility hit. And the judge? She doesn't let it slide. This isn't just a courtroom. It's turning into a parenting intervention. The legal lesson here: when personal responsibility becomes part of your defense, even the smallest detail can sway a judge's perception.
But no, I want the ages of all your children.
My biological ones,
All right, how many biological children do you
I
have?
got 6 biologicals, and I've been taking care of
What are their ages? The 6.
8, 6, and my boy 5, 4, 3, and 2.
And the other child that you say is not your biological child?
He's 14.
Now, so you have a 2-year-old, 3-year-old, 4-year-old, 5-year-old, 6-year-old, and 8-year-old. What are their dates of birth?
One is
Well,
December
let's start with the
2nd.
8-year-old. What's the date of birth?
Her name's Anna. She's December 2nd, 2014.
6-year-old,
Zelaya Harris, December 19th, 2016.
5-year-old,
Anthony, he was born October 20th, 2015.
I mean, you're doing a question with me. I wasn't there.
I don't know the years that they was born. I could tell you all their birthdays and
Well, they need that. Let me just give you a hint. Moms are tired of being in charge of keeping birth certificates.
Mhm.
Moms have to keep the birth certificates. Mom keeps the social security cards. Dads need to start knowing that. So you need to know everybody. So the 4-year-old, what's the date of birth?
that's my October the 4th.
3-year-old,
October the 4th. I mean, no, his is February 22nd. And then I got the 2-year-old October 4th. They both by the same mama. They end up having the same birthday.
All right.
They 2 years
So you
apart.
have, so that's the same mother.
Oh, yeah, yes, ma'am.
How many mothers are with these children?
I only have two.
Okay, well, that's a good thing. And the 14-year-old, what's the date of birth?
His is February 5th. I don't know, I'm not his real father, but I've been there since he was like 2.
Well, see, I hate when people say they're not somebody's real father.
But I'm really.
You're the stepfather, or
No, I'm.
you're
really,
just somebody passing
No,
through.
I'm his real father, but I ain't mean like, bloodline. No. But I've been there since day one.
All right, you're gonna have to get a job. You have to support children.
Yes, ma'am.
As I tell everyone, children, you cannot put them at Travis Park and say, you've been created, go forth and live.
Yes, ma'am.
And children need more than love. I know people say, I love my children, I give them love. This is not Little House on the Prairie where somebody's working, bringing in the crops. You've got to financially support them. So it takes love, it takes financial support, and all of the children are going to need help with schoolwork. How far did you go in school?
Oh, I got my GED at like 16.
And what are you planning on doing with the rest of your life to better yourself?
I honestly just see my life as just raising my kids, making sure they don't go through what I went through.
Well, I mean, it's more than raising your children, because kids are baby goats.
Mhm.
So, no, yes.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So I'm trying to figure out where you planning on going with your life, because a minimum wage job, it's going to be very difficult, even if the mothers are helping you and you all are pooling your money. A middle-aged job for 7 children is really not a lot. And then if your children decide to go to college, I think everybody here can tell you, depending on what they want to do when they go to college, every one of these children is at a minimum of $100,000. So 7 children, if they all decide to go to college, that's $700,000.
Yes, ma'am. I was trying to start a trade at SCI, but I had stopped there too. I was trying to get a trade for HVAC, but I stopped there too. I was just started watching the kids.
Kids are baby goats.
Baby goats.
That's the definition of a kid. It's a baby goat.
This is where the judge really steps in, not just as a legal authority, but almost like a mentor. Her message is brutally honest. Love alone isn't enough to raise kids. She calls out Parker for using marijuana and sets the tone that being a father means showing up in every way, financially, emotionally, and legally. This is courtroom reality at its most raw.
Oh, children.
Yes. All right, anything else?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
All right, when you're drug tested today, what are the results going to be? And you are going to get drug tested today.
Marijuana.
And what else?
That's it.
All right. You're not allowed to use marijuana on probation. You're not allowed to drink alcohol while on probation. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And marijuana is not something that you should be using, period, when you have children, because you're trying to set an example for them.
Yes, ma'am.
And I don't care what anybody says. I don't care if you say, well, I only smoke marijuana outside the household. Guess what? Your clothes smell like marijuana. And then children go to school smelling like marijuana. And then when children go to school smelling like marijuana, guess what? All the other children know what marijuana smells like and they tease them. Ha ha, your dad used marijuana. Ha ha, your dad doesn't have a job. Because children can be cruel. And sometimes people say children are really, really cruel. They just don't have a filter. So they just come at it 100% honesty. And sometimes that's true, but then sometimes children have been raised a certain way and they are cruel. So don't let that be a hindrance from your children, something that you've been doing that's impacting their life in a negative way. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. There's a $1,500 fine. And who's taking care of the 7 children right now?
Their mothers, like now. Like, what do you mean?
I mean, where are they?
Like today, right now?
Yes, because they're not in the
School.
courtroom.
Everybody in school.
Well, not the 2-year-old
The 2-year-old go to daycare.
and the 3-year-old.
He the only one that ain't in school.
So who's taking care of him?
His mama.
All right. So basically, you're going to get a job.
That's fine. I always get a job.
Well, you say that, but you don't have a job right now.
It's because
So, yes.
yes, ma'am.
All right. You're getting a job. You're getting employment. You're an adult male. I will tell you, in my household, and I say my household, but when I was growing up, you know what the rules were in the household? You're either going to school or you're getting a full-time job. The end. There was none of this. Oh, I have these children. I'm taking care of them because I can't find a job. No. And I think all sexes are equal, but at the same time, there's just something odd about a man not getting a job to support 7 children and the mothers getting jobs to support 7 children. It takes a team effort. And I think people here who are parents will tell you it takes a team effort to raise children. And part of that team effort is everybody bringing money into the household.
4 years of deferred adjudication, parenting classes, drug evaluations, mandatory employment, no working with minors. This is not a slap on the wrist. It's a full blueprint for reform. The court's giving Parker a shot at redemption, but with conditions stacked high. Miss one requirement, and everything comes crashing down. Would you be able to follow through with all this?
Right. There's going to be proof of employment within 30 days. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. I'm going to want field visits 2 times per month until further notice. I'm going to want UAs. We're going to test for levels. And we're going to do the UA hotline until further notice. Those levels had better start going down. You understand? I want him evaluated for gang supervision. 4 years deferred adjudication. We're going to do a TAP evaluation. If the TAP evaluation comes back with inpatient treatment or intensive outpatient treatment, we're going to start off with outpatient treatment with probation. I'm going to want 200 hours of community service restitution. 40 of those hours will be waived if you get the COVID vaccination with the booster. The court is not requiring you to do that, but if you do, 40 of those hours will be waived. I'm going to want parenting classes with triple P. Once you complete those parenting classes, the remaining hours will be waived, but you must complete parenting classes. Do you understand? There should be regular reporting by Zoom or in person. Probation, if you wish to count the field visits as reporting, you may do that. Probation, is there anything else he needs? Once a week. Is there anything else? All right, is there anything else you need from the court in order to be successful? Now's your time to say, Judge, I really need this. This would really help me.
Your Honor, if I may.
Yes.
Is there any way, I understand you put in a $1,500 fine, any way to hold it in abeyance to get him started on the right track?
Oh, I probated it.
Oh, thank you, Judge.
Sure. All right, is there anything else you need from the court? Are you sure? Now's the time to ask. And now you know, even though it's a 1244, you are not allowed to possess any weapons or ammunition because a 1244 conviction under certain circumstances is a felony conviction. You understand? And from here on out, everything that you do, you need to be asking yourself, is this a choice that could potentially result in me going to prison for 10 years? Do you understand? If there's a confusion and you think, maybe it will, maybe it won't, don't do it. If your answer is like, yes, if I get caught, this is what's going to happen, then don't do it. Because otherwise you have the potential for going to prison for 10 years, in which case your 2-year-old will be 12, potentially by the time you come out. And I think the last thing you would want is for your children to be visiting you at the Bexar County Jail or at some prison. You understand? All right. All right. Probation will go over conditions with you.
Should we be excused, Your Honor?
Yes,
Thank you very much.
you're welcome. Sorry, I put it in the wrong file. All right, Brian Parker. And this is a motion to revoke.
Yes, Your Honor, and we're gonna plead true, but we're pleading open to the court.
All right, court is calling. Sure. That's okay. Court is calling 2022 CR 6496, State of Texas versus Brian Parker. Could our parties announce for the record for the state?
Larry Lucas for the defense.
Are you Mr. Parker?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, did you review the document entitled Motion to Enter Adjudication of Guilty and Revoke Community Supervision and First Amended Motion to Enter Adjudication of Guilty and Revoke Community Supervision with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you the same Brian D'Anthony Parker who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2022 CR 6496 for the offense of felon in possession of a firearm on January 11, 2023 for a period of 4 years? Is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, state.
Violated condition number 5 in Bexar County, Texas. The defendant, Brian D'Anthony Parker, did then and there fail to report to the supervision officer as directed for the months of February, March, and April 2023 in violation of condition number 5.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True.
Your Honor, the state waives all the violations.
Any objections to the state's waivers?
No, Your Honor.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 5, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, sentence you up to 10 years in prison and up to $10,000 fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 5?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find violation of condition number 5 true. State, what are you requesting?
Your Honor, the state requesting 8 years TDC.
Defense.
Judge, I believe a sentence in the range of 2 to 4 years is appropriate for Mr. Parker. And just brief argument on that issue, Judge.
Yes.
This is a case where Mr. Parker just never got a good start on probation. He was sent, got him probation, almost immediately tested positive for narcotics. Then he just got afraid and never showed back up. He did get arrested for failure to identify as fugitive. He's pled guilty to that charge and taking responsibility for it. He's standing before the court today, taking responsibility for his failures on probation. I believe the sentence between 2 to 4 years is appropriate for Mr. Parker, and we just leave it to the discretion of the court.
All right. So, counsel, I know you were not the previous attorneys on this case,
That's
but his plea bargain agreement was open to the court. So what that meant is that the state wanted him to go to prison. I gave him deferred adjudication. And I tell everyone in this court, if there's an issue with probation or if there's something you need and you feel as though probation is not addressing it, you can come to this court. And I think it's safe to say every defendant who passes through this court know that if you have a drug problem, guess what? I am going to do my best to get you all the tools and the help you need to address that drug problem. Other courts may be a little bit different. I don't know. I'm not in there. So for people to come before me and say he tested positive for drugs and then he just didn't show up, that's not a good excuse. All right. So this is what the court is going to do. As previously stated, the court is finding violation of condition number 5 true. The court will grant the motion. Court is going to find you guilty. Court is going to sentence you to 8.
And just like that, the second chance is gone. After failing to report for months, testing positive for drugs, and not following through on the court's terms, the judge sentences Parker to 8 years in prison. A powerful reminder that the justice system can offer grace, but it demands accountability. One misstep, and freedom disappears.
Years in the prison, give you credit for any time served. Going to show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendants' Rights to Appeal. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it? Sir? All right. I will note, counsel, did he sign this?
Yes, he did. Your
All
Honor.
right, because this is not a plea bargain agreement, you do have a limited right to appeal. That right to appeal is as it relates to the allegations in the motion, not that you are on deferred adjudication.
In the end, Brian Parker's journey through the court system is one of opportunity and missed chances. The judge extended mercy, structure, and support, but Parker couldn't meet the requirements. His sentence, 8 years behind bars. What's your take? Was the court too lenient at first? Or did Parker squander a life-altering opportunity? Let us know in the comments. If you found this case as shocking as we did, Make sure to hit that like button, share your thoughts below, and subscribe for more jaw-dropping courtroom breakdowns.